Hey guys, Monable Gaming here. Let me just fix that real quick. Let me know if you guys could. I'm trying to focus. Hey guys, Monable Gaming here. We're gonna be playing some Skyrim, as you can see here. So this game, if you don't all know, was made by Bethesda Game Studios. It's one of the best games I know that you could screw around with. Not just that, it's one of the only fantasy games that I've really played. Um, which, if you don't know what fantasy games are, because if you're like a younger viewer, a fantasy game is when you uh it's a game that's made on it's not based on real life. Like right here, it's based on different species, as if it was to be not fiction, which fiction is fake. So it's pretty much just based on somewhat like an old Nord time back before then, and they used to have magic, and they used to be different races before there were only humans on the planet. Um, so pretty much just a fantasy game, something that's fake, and it's meant for people that really get into that stuff. Which Bethesda Game Studios did really great with this game because it is, after all, a first-person game, but this is also one of the only games that I know of that before Grand Theft Auto came out with a first person that became really famous. They had a third person and a first person, which I found that really cool because in case if you preferred playing third person in the game, you wouldn't have to deal with all that worrying about of having to worry about the how should I put it? In case if you're only a third person player, which you were more comfortable with that, they had the two options. I found that one of the better options of games. Sorry, in case it was just one of those things where the game did really good with the fantasy and the game playing. I really like Bethesda Game Studios for doing that. Not just that, it also has a really good storyline to it right now. Which, if you notice, I'm only a level 22, which right now I'm only on the mission where it's after you go into the Thalmor Embassy and you get the information, which that took me quite a lot to do, but that's because I'm not very experienced like other people. Like my friend Caleb, or known as Cheese Pants, he had at one point he would play the game for 3 straight days. I think something like that. That he told me along the guidelines of that, and he was at the one of the last four missions, which was called Alduin's Wall. It's one of the better missions, better, really good ones, which I personally like. That he was able to, because he's a hardcore gamer. I'll put it that way, which I don't mind, because he really likes sniping and all that in the Call of Duty games, which I don't mind. He's just really good at it. Which, to be honest, I've done a 1v1 against him, and I've won some matches against him, but he's still a really good player. Check him out. You should actually see some of his Call of Duty quick scope videos. They're really good. Personally, it reminds me of Snoop Dogg just popping out with um, Hot Pocket commercials, just sit in the background, just like, oh baby, a triple. Just that going on. It's one of the best things ever. But anyway, pretty much just going around in this game. All I gotta do is screw around, and then you can do some of the main storyline. Which actually, one of the harder missions that I'm doing right now is this one, where it's one of the beginning missions. I recommend not doing it. It's the one where you have to find Azura Star. Do not do that mission just yet because it is really hard because you have to go into the star, which this is spoilers in this video. Because later in the game, if you get a high enough level, which I'm not even at that point yet, you have to go into Azura Star, which it's a ancient artifact. Um, which at that point, what you do is you go on the star and defeat a soul, which he was bound to stop Azura because he was an atheist, I believe. But pretty much that happened, and he just kept. He was trying to stop because they believed that he had Azura was a cruel Daedric princess, which I don't know for sure how this is gonna end right now because I haven't even beat the mission. So it could either go horribly wrong, where I could die from Azura's star and she curses me, or I could be beautifully blessed with a new weapon and new powers and have some good stuff. But yeah, it could be either one, but still, I don't know at this point what it's gonna be. But yeah, it's pretty much I'll be doing that today, and like I said, I'll actually do one of the other missions, which it's called the Break of Dawn, which that's when you go into Meridia's temple and guide the light through the temple. Which I believe I have the right equipment now. But let's see how many minutes, real quick. I'm at 6 minutes. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video right here. Pretty much this is an explanation. Oh yeah, one more thing. Broncos won, man. I'm a hardcore Broncos fan. I mean, I don't wear Bronco gear every day. I don't do that stuff. But I love my Broncos team. My dad grew up with it. Have grown up with it. It is one of the best teams. Broncos won Super Bowl, man, against the Panthers. It was like the Patriots game. They had a perfect score. And they were a perfect score team, which they were one of the best teams to do that. Because they misjudged the Broncos because of Peyton, how he was doing really bad. Well, you know what? You don't have to do that anymore because now they just beat you. Everybody bet on the Panthers. Well, you know what? That didn't work. So don't judge a team by the cover of who the quarterback is. Because Osweiler's there was there to help. They were all there. Which right now, there's another sad part to it. They don't know if Peyton Manning's going to retire this year. Which my dad has a theory that that's going to happen, which I find sad because he's a great quarterback. He's one of the oldest quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl. Probably the oldest. So I want to say that that's one of the best things ever. So yeah. And I want to say I'll end the video there. Don't judge a book by its cover. Sorry for that. For all you people that are haters out there for Broncos. But you know what? Broncos won. They're one of the best teams. I love them. But you know what? It's just like that. Broncos won. I love that game. And like always, subscribe to me and also to my other friends, Bossmaster121 at Cheese Pants or Caleb Feenan as you know it. And like always, stay awesome.